Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? You're fine? That's good. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 2. We are learning Unit 6. Its title is A Cultural Show in School. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, and you may follow it as it is, or you may modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today under the title of grammar, we are going to learn about substitution words. Before this, in English for grade 1, I have already taught you about substitution words. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again, and we will learn further to illustrate the use of substitution words learnt earlier. Recognize that some words substitute particular and general naming words. This is our today's SNO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 255, "There is no God but Allah. He is the living, the sustainer of all things." Yes, my dear students, what this beautiful verse is telling us, there is only one God, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah is living and sustainer. Means He provides everything. Whatever we have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given it to us. Right? So for everything we say thanks to Allah, we say Alhamdulillah. And now I want you to look at this sentence. There is no God but Allah, and this He is referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Instead of writing Allah again, Allah is the living, we have used this word He. He is living, means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is living. So such type of words, what are they called? Do you remember? Okay, then tell me what are substitution words. Pause the video, answer this question to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope you remember, and we are going to practice it again. Now look at these sentences. Let's start reading it. My father is a businessman. My father is an honest and truthful man. My father loves us. Now you see in these sentences, my father, my father, my father has been repeated. So when we are writing or we are speaking, to avoid this repetition, we use substitution words, right? Instead of saying my father again and again, how do we say it? We say it like that. My father is a businessman. He is an honest and truthful man. He loves us. Now you see, my father is the naming word for these sentences. And when we are writing again, instead of writing this naming word again, we have written He. And He is substitution word, right? Okay. So substitution words are words that are used to take place of naming words in sentences, right? Instead of writing naming words, we use substitution words. How do we do that? And what substitution words are? I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. These are substitution words. Okay? Amina is my sister. Now I'm telling you, Amina is my sister. She is a student. Now this she has replaced this naming word Amina, and we know Amina is particular naming word. Okay, it's a particular naming word. So this she is substitution word for a female. For a female naming word, either it's particular or general. For a female naming word, we use substitution word she, right? Okay, next example is, an old man is standing there. He looks needy. Now you see an old man, it's a general naming word, right? And this he has replaced it. So he is substitution word for males, either it's general or particular, right? So this is example of substitution word. Are you clear? Okay, let's see what does your book say about it. Substitution words. Substitution word is used instead of a naming word. Means in place of a naming word, we use substitution word. Its examples are, Amina is reading a story. She is reading a story. Now, when I say Amina is reading a story, I have used a particular naming word. And I can replace it if she's there and I say she. It means we know whom we are talking about. So instead of using her name, we can use she. So Amina is particular naming word and she is the substitution word which we have used to replace Amina. Right? The next example is, a table has 4 legs. It has 4 legs. Right? A table, because it's non-living thing, that's why for non-living things and for animals we use substitution word it. So it replaced this naming word it. That's why it is substitution word. Are you clear? Okay. So let's practice it through an activity. Are you ready for that? Okay. So your teacher will make pairs of students and students will say I, pointing to him or herself, and say you, pointing to the students he or she is speaking. Means in pair, I and you, because there are 2 students you are in pair. In next, teacher will tell them how to use we and you and point to the table and say this is a table, it is made of wood. So in this way, you can keep practice different substitution words, I, you, we, it, he, she. So in pairs, students will practice it. Are you clear? Okay, so pause the video, enjoy this activity and then come back. Yes, my dear students, all of you practiced. Are you clear with the concept of substitution word? Good job. Now, all of you settle down on your seats and let's practice it from your book. Use a substitution word to replace the naming words in bold in the following sentences. You will read this sentence and the naming word is bold here and it's Ahmad. So you will rewrite it by replacing this naming word with a substitution word, right? So pause the video, complete this exercise in your notebooks and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. So it's time to practice further. Underline the substitution words in these sentences. Now you will read these sentences and you will underline substitution words. You will pause the video and complete this exercise on your work. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. Now it's time for your homework. You will make 5 sentences by using substitution words. This is your homework and I'm giving you a practicing worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet's lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it and kindly provide printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear children, what you will do, you will replace the words with substitution words. Okay, here is the list of substitution words. You will complete these sentences and replace naming words with substitution words in these sentences. So in this way, what we have learned, we learned that substitution words are words that are used to take place of naming words in sentences. And substitution words are I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to illustrate the use of substitution words. learned earlier and recognized that some words substitute particular and general naming words. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.